Hello everyone, welcome. If you wanted to see it from the real computer, that how it's supposed to be, well, let me show you. I have the original. Well, this is the original, but it didn't come out how it looked like. Let me show you from the real angle of a video. And it'll be full screen how to look at it. Well, not. I don't think this is it. Let me see. I don't think that's it. Let me point it to this one. It comes faster and beautiful. Let me see. Well, let me start from the beginning. I can put a close-up virtual. There you go. Now you can see how beautiful it is. Why is he glowing? Well, since you are here, I made him glow. This is the energy of the Chaos Emeralds that's making him glow, including his diaper is glowing because they're moving around in his body, protecting him, keeping him alive, and his nose is shiny as light. Well, this is his nose. It's black on the bottom and white on the nose, like a hedgehog's nose. It's lighting him up. Every night, like I said, every night he glows. So, he's glowing. Cool, isn't he? How cool is that, how he glows? He's amazing how he's glowing. If you want to see this video one more time, and look for the expected how he glows, let me show you. Why did the Chaos Emeralds... Well, we'll talk about that next. He thought he got rid of the Sega symbol. I think he was just trying. I don't know what was his deal. I think he was trying to make a new impression of the Sega. I think he planned this. He got rid of the old one and brought in the new one. So improving it is a better shot at the world. This is his galaxy. He's on a platform in space, I think. Or it's just a shadow color. And on the top is making the stars shadow him. Yeah, I think he's on a platform. Around is probably grass, because the stars, well, maybe he is in space and the stars stopped there, or something's down there. It's like a world that he dreams of. But this is the Sega boot up thing that I made. If Sega wants to put this in their Sega CD, or the new Sega CD 2, go on ahead. We can always use a history of him. He really makes it better than the other one. Excuse me. Yes, it's amazing. And the Chaos Emeralds, let me show you a visual to where it started. I'm gonna try to go back. There they are. This one came from his hand. It was inside his hand. They can move around and become different kind of colors. This one remains in his brain. This can never move. It controls his actions and how his fear is supposed to come at. Like the monster. This is the controller of his dreams. He is the purple one in control of his dreams. The green one is supposed to control, well, try to calm him down. If he doesn't calm the purple one down, it can bring madness and fear even worse. He will probably scream and he can't control himself. He will move around like a baby kicks his feet in crankiness, and he can't control himself. So he does the unthinkable things that he don't know what to control himself. It can even cause a you-know-what problem. So, yeah, the brain is the controller. This is the purple controller. I'm telling you about the Chaos Emeralds. The blue one is the power of speed. He can control this, the power of speed. that brings his shoes in a fast mode. But the thing is, the purple one hasn't gained enough energy to make him faster. It has to gain energy as it grows. The more bigger it gets, the faster he gets. So right now it's a tiny Chaos Emerald. These are baby Chaos Emeralds. They came from his body. He was chosen. It's on the other thing how he became one. Well, let me tell you that Knuckles did get kicked out of the Mystic Ruins. The big Master Emerald just kicked him out and he went flying into the cloud. Like that. And fell in the outskirts of the Mystic Ruins. Saying stay out. The green one, the Master Emerald did that. Because the Master Emerald didn't want to make him interfere to destroying the ritual. The Chaos Emeralds were doing their ritual, sacrificing all of their energies to make a new child. Well, to turn him into a hedgehog and to create a new thing. It's like this. Giving energy to bringing a tiny piece of the baby Chaos Emerald, to bringing a new birth, to creating a new tiny piece of its pure power. So yes, it created a tiny baby Chaos Emerald, and they put it in his body in places where it's supposed to be at. And they also don't have to worry. Once it's placed in his body, it can move anywhere inside the body, wherever it goes. Shoes, bottom, top, head, brain, mouth. It doesn't come out the mouth. It's inside deep inside the body parts, like the blood, the meat, wherever it moves around. It doesn't hurt them. It's just an energy flow through the body, like a lightning cell. You know, the cell pieces. Something like that. It's some sort of core body that it can move around without hurting him. Yes. And there's a red one that's connected to the heart. It has a line to its poor piece that connects to the heart. Well, yes. I showed you this before. Well, did I show you this? Let's go to the journal. I think I need to open another one. Well, let me see. Trying to watch the codes, trying to make this perfect. So we'll go to the journal. It's down. Oh wait, I actually need to put it down. Here we go. Now we can go walk through here. Well, let's show you. I'm gonna tell you everything on this part and what they are and how he became with Eggman. I'm trying to tell you all of their story pieces. Every single video will cover the parts that you guys can't put a hands to it. So every video that I say, it will bring what he is, and then you guys will say that he is another hero, and finally rest that this could be our next fairy, our next friend of Sonic's team, and could put the end of the books. So I'm starting from the beginning. Well, I already showed you on the other one. Now, let me tell you the piece. I'm telling you the pieces now. This is the heart of his body. It could be, I just drawed how it was. The original how it's supposed to be like a heart. It's supposed to be a human's heart. Well, it's in a different way. But this is just original drawing that I showed you. Well, let me show you. This is the line that connects to the heart. Once it's connected to the heart, it will not destroy the heart. It can disconnect, and well, there is a part that the lines are part of the heart. It becomes the heart, and it invisible. It removes its lines without harming the heart. It's amazing. It has a power to control the bleeding from the heart. It doesn't make any hoses or anything. It's just a line that connects to the heart and tries to put a tube like a needle through the heart and removes the needle. It only puts the needle through the heart where it was stabbed into. The blood doesn't come out the heart. It stays in. It's just a needle that resolves the heart problems. That's why it's like a shiny needle. Like a thorn. It sticks a thorn through the heart without harming it. It can remove the thorn, and it will not have any harm to it. So yeah, there is no possible way this Chaos Emerald will destroy the heart. It's a part of the heart, so they're both the same. They both have the same power. It's same bling. They are both one. So this Chaos Emerald is releasing its cables to increase the power of his heart. It makes him more stronger as he grows. It's trying to make the heart bigger, faster as he grows. But he doesn't grow fast. It's trying to do something to the heart to make him not die. Well, once the Chaos Emerald gets destroyed, the last target is the heart. It's like you're shooting the hedgehog. This will actually protect it, and it breaks, and then the last target is the heart. Well, there is a possible way that Red Chaos Emerald can restore its energy and return to the heart. If it doesn't, if it shoots him again, he's dead. So there is two lives in his body. If this dies, then this dies next. Well, if this gets removed and removed, it will fall. If it's like a gun piece where it will hit the Chaos Emerald first and then fall apart, and then it will try to restore its pieces, and then it will return to the heart. It takes maybe about 5 minutes or 10 before it can restore its body parts, restore its heart pieces. Well, restore the Chaos Emerald's pieces. It's like the Master Emerald falls apart. This can also fall apart into many pieces, but they will try to come back together. Try to restore it. It takes 5 minutes to restore, but he will not suffocate as long as it takes about maybe 30 minutes before he dies, or an hour. So he has plenty of time to survive before he suffocates. If it reaches about 10 or 15 minutes, he will start getting sick and start to suffocate from there. And it reaches 30 minutes, that's it. He's dead. So you get this, what it is? Okay, so you guys know what this baby Chaos Emerald is. This is the controller of the heart, and it makes him stronger from this. It's the protector of the heart, and if it's been removed from the heart will die. So, okay. People don't understand, but yeah. Okay. Excuse me. It's very cold out here. Okay. Now, you know about the heart now. Let me tell you about this. If you didn't understand what this was, 17, they don't understand. Well, I'll tell you. This is the twin ring. This is the new ring. These are original rings of Sonic's rings. These are the twin rings. They are both connected. They can move around in circles or turn around in any way like a ring. But they both move in different ways like a ring. This is a 2-ring life point. This is only for the one that was chosen. Sonic cannot use this. If Sonic used this, it will just bounce off of him. And Baby Greed cannot use these rings because they're not poured power. They will probably bounce off of him too. They both have a different thing. Both are different. They are both different. This is an orange ring. This is a yellow ring. They are both different rings. If this is a yellow ring or orange ring, this will be a yellow ring or an orange ring. They're supposed to be a different color. Both the same. So, this only increases the energy of his power. The energy meter is the power that is blue. The energy meter is blue. If it runs out of energy, it will turn green and red and empty black. So once he runs out of power, he cannot use any more power to go fast or anything like that because Sonic has used his energy. If Baby Greed was on Sonic's back, well, he's going to be a small thing. They can fit on Sonic's back. Well, he's going to be small. Any hedgehog, he can fit right perfectly on his back. Why does he need to fit on his back? Because he can't run that fast. He's not as old he used to be. He's not is full of growth. So the only thing he is fast at is flying. You get it? He can only fly fast. That is his advantage. And he can't fly. He's not that good of a flyer. So his wings can easily sprout out. He does got wings, but they're invisible. I'm trying to create his wings in the animation, but finding a perfect wing is hard to make. They're tiny wings. They can sprout out and show themselves. But yeah, this is a good. Like I said, in dark places, it's supposed to show his powers. But yeah, it's only making him glow because this is a beautiful place. Only a dark place will sprout his wings and appear. So this is a beautiful place. This is no harm for him here. He's simply not to be harmed here. It's probably and this is like a clips of a Sega. Yeah, Sega World. So yeah, he's enjoying himself. And the thing is, he don't know how. He's called. Well, he controls the baby chaos emeralds. He cannot. I tell you again, people. He cannot turn into super baby greed. The only way he could transform into a super baby greed if he was with a controller. For instance, we need a controller to turn someone into super, and he can become super. They both become super once the transformation is complete. We need a controller, and that is him. We need Sonic or other heroes so he can use the power. He's older. He's about 3 years old. He's changed and looks cuter. Well, normal. I'm simply normal. Just telling you. It's all about coolness and fast pace for him. So yeah, if Sonic was with him, then the Chaos Emeralds will be transferred to his body. They go like this. See, this is the mouth. Well, this is what will happen. The Chaos Emeralds will come. Well, you can't see the mouth, so let me try to show you in a different way. I'll show you something. What are we gonna do? Oh yeah, this is I can know. I know what I can do. Let's try to get a picture. I got so many pictures. Let me see. Where do we find Sonic? Well, we could try this picture. Excuse me. This is somebody else's drawing. I'm trying to visual out a new character, but it's hard to do that. I'm trying to think of a fox, an older fox, but there's already Tails. No, I'm not gonna make another. I'm not gonna create a fox. Okay, this is just Crabella. I'm trying to make her. I'm gonna prove her sooner or later, but greed comes first. Okay, this is Amy. Amy can also be the controller too. If you didn't notice, yep. The blue girl can be the controller of Baby Groot too. If you didn't notice that, but no one will ever. Amy will never figure that out. She can also be the controller of him, but she'll be blinding gold, fast hedgehog. And I hate to say, will she be happy to be the fastest hedgehog than Sonic with him? Yep, any hedgehog that becomes a super with greed will be the fastest hedgehog than the other one that's faster than it. Yep, even Big can be faster than all of them with him. Even the slowest of them all will be the fastest than Sonic the Hedgehog. What? And Shadow, that anyone that surpasses the speed of him will be the fastest one alive. But yeah, Amy will never figure it out. If I'm just gonna say this to them, Amy will never figure it out that she can also be the controller one day. But she will never figure it out. How can she do it? Well, maybe one day she will find it in the game if it ever comes. But yeah, this will only be Sonic this time. Maybe next time Amy will see her power come to life. It'll be awesome to see a pink hedgehog roam into space, saving the world. It'll be Amy's turn to do some hero things with him. So yeah, anyway, let me try to make a Chaos Emerald. Excuse me. Let me just, this is easy. Just and then let me get closer. I know how to draw these things. It's just that I have no time to do them in perfect shape. So I did the other one that you saw was in a perfect shape, but there was more to it. I didn't want it. I couldn't make them glow because there was something wrong with the animation. So I really want to do that, but next time, next video will be Sonic and Baby Greed on the CD Slum shot. I'm gonna put Sonic there next time. Maybe someday. I'm gonna put Sonic in there, and I'm gonna make him move and put his finger out to him. That's why the platform is big. They can fit another character there. So let's just make this Sonic's color. Okay, this is the Chaos Emerald. Now watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab this. Don't worry, the drawing cannot be, if I don't copy it, it'll be fine. Okay, let me show you. This is in Sonic Greed's body. When he comes out, I think we're taking the. I'm thinking of taking the white along with this. This is not how it's supposed to be. So I'm going to try to do it this way. Don't worry. White is always cool. Here we go. Did I grab it correctly? Yeah. Here we go. It's a long story. I got a cold, and I don't want to make it bad. Making it perfectly. So this is in Greed's body. It can move around in his body. It's like a caterpillar moving around his body. So this is the Chaos Emerald moving around. So when Sonic wants to transform, they will come out of his body, and then they will spin, and then Sonic will transform into Super, and then the powers will go. Some energy flow will turn him. He will start blinking green and yellow. Like when he transforms fully, then his colors change exactly like him. Then Sonic can travel around, and Greed will be behind him. He doesn't need to be on the. Well, he has to be riding on his back still. Well, his hands will be in his, try to piggyback ride him through the world. In some places he can't go up the loop, so he has to let go of him, and he will hold his hand and travel the loop. So, like, just say Sonic's going up the loop. He puts him down on his back. He grabs him on his back and drops him on the floor, and then he picks him up. He grabs his hand and he goes up the loop with him. And then he grabs his hand and puts him back on his back as he travels through the world. That's how it works. It's a quick pace. It's a quick hand pace. It's not like you're gonna stop and pick him up. No, he's gonna run, and then he's gonna take him off his back and put him on the floor and grab him very quickly on his hands. Then he goes up the loop, and then when he comes back down, he puts him back on the back and continues to run fast. There is no slowing down. It continues to be better for him still. So yeah. So this is how it works. When Greed wants to turn to, when the energy is full, like, let me show you a meter. This is the energy meter. Don't worry about the background. The energy meter will be Hello. See? Let me draw another energy meter. Oh, excuse me. This is okay. Now the energy meter. Once the energy meter goes to half, this is. Oh, whoop, excuse me. We'll have to do something else. Oh, I see why. Don't worry. I'll fix it. As people are viewing this, I'm trying to show. Okay. I'm showing you the energy meter. This is the energy meter. Let me try to put that line back in place. Okay, let's just make it a black so it'll make sense. Okay, now the energy, this got lined. See, this is half. We're gonna turn this white. And this is green, see? Once the energy meter runs half, he will still be in supersonic form. If he grabs, let's just say, this is orange, a twin ring. Sonic can grab twin rings if he's transformed. This is a twin ring. Excuse me. He can grab a twin ring. Okay. When he gathers a twin ring, when he grabs a twin ring, having problems. Excuse me. Let me pause. Sorry, I seem to have gotten off track, but it seems everything's quiet. Excuse me, sorry about that. Now, this is the full energy meter. If this meter goes full, then Sonic will have the chance to transform, to call Baby Greed's baby Chaos Emeralds. How will Sonic use his power? Simple. When Baby Greed starts to change a yellow, when Baby Greed starts to feel that, well, this is say, when Baby Greed starts to glow, like red or maybe white, well, for Sonic, he will glow white. Let me just show you. His glowing vectors will show from here. When he glows, this will come up. That will show that he's glowing. And what does this mean if it's white? Excuse me, phone. What does this mean if he's glowing white? You can't see it. Here we go. It means that once Sonic figures out the power how to activate his super form, he has to tell Baby Greed to release his energy flow. Well, how will he release his energy flow? Baby Greed can do that. All he has to do is call the baby Chaos Emeralds to say that there is a wants to be fused. There is a Wonder who wants to be fused. When the Chaos Emeralds feel the effects, all Baby Greed's got to do is call them. How will he call them? He has to close his eyes and lift up his hand. Like this. Then there will be a sound coming from him. A sweet sound of maybe a sound of a Chaos Emerald beginning to hear his call. Well, how he calls his Chaos Emeralds is when he closes his eyes, and the brain of the purple Chaos Emerald in his head will feel that he wants to release their powers. The brain is smart. It can find the sense of a child that wants to release his energy. So once the purple Chaos Emeralds feel that he really wants to release their powers, they will come out and find the one. And when they find it, that's it. It goes into the character's body, and he becomes a super. And the rest of them what came out and went to Sonic, the effects from the poor energy of the heart will feel the effects as well. That means the heart will be connected with Sonic. It don't mean the heart's going to be out of his body. It will be in his body. It will be like, where is the other red one? It means the red one is in his body. So he's feeling his powers. The effects of Baby Greed's powers will be in Sonic now. So that means Sonic is the controller of him. So the heart is in Sonic. There is two hearts now in Sonic's body. That don't mean the real heart that controls his body is still there, but there's another heart that now he only has one. The other heart in it's in Sonic's body. So you know what that happens when he feels the effects of Baby Greed's power? He will have the same sadness and passion of him. So that means Sonic will feel the effects of Baby Greed's fears and everything what's inside of him. But he can't control the fears because the Chaos Emeralds are only in the inside the thing. Inside. He can't control that. He has to feel the effects to learn from it. Sometimes it can overwhelm Sonic and he will have his hands on his head as he feels his fears. And he says, "Stop being afraid. It's too much. I can't control this." The purple one will drive Sonic nuts. Yes, it will. But it's the only way to become super. Any character that gets fused with his powers, they will feel the effects. And how did Sonic find out? Well, the baby Chaos Emeralds told him. So he only saw glimpses of his fears and how the monster looked. And he had his head down, saying, "Oh my God, this thing is really after you." There was a point when Sonic found out the monster and he saw it from the baby Chaos Emerald. He read it. He saw it. He saw everything from it. And why is it after him? And why did he come here? All the things that he found out when he first became fused, it became clear to Sonic. Why is he afraid? And he did go to him and said, "You don't have to be afraid of this thing. You have to face your fears. It wants you dead, but I won't let it get you. I will be there for you, my child. Well, my son. I won't let it touch you. I promise you, you're just too young. When you grow up, it'll be your shot. But from now, I will protect you from him." So that's what Sonic did. He did have his head down, and he didn't feel right. He felt some sort of sadness from him. I want to help him. I want to be there for him. I want to do something for him. So that's what Sonic is doing. He wants to do stuff with him. He wants to be there for him. Why did Sonic become so happy and wants to be with him? Because this from him, this what told him everything. And this is what he knows how fun he will love. So that's why Sonic is always hanging around him, because he don't want to lose him. He wants to be there for him. He wants to do a lot of stuff for him. He wants to show him his dreams, and there is nothing to be afraid of. Sonic will never leave him because he loves him. And that's why everyone should know, we love you, Baby Greed. So when the meter is empty, he will change back, and Sonic, the Chaos Emeralds, will come out of his body and return back to the owner, him. So whenever the meter fills up, the meter will turn red, yellow from here. Let me make a line so you know where the yellow will start from. When the start yellow comes, the yellow will be here. The red will be here. Well, a little bit further over. Well, from here. It won't matter. Let me show you. I'll just put a dot where you can see the red will be. The red will be we'll just fill in this color. Okay. Start again. The red will be here. Well, a little bit to the more. Right there. And then the rest, when it's empty, it's it's white, and he would change back to green, light green. When it's fully blue, it's time to use his powers. Sonic is the controller, and like I said, Amy can also use his powers. All the characters in the entire galaxy can use his powers, for good or bad. Even Shadow, that hates him, that wants his revenge. After that brutal fight against him, he showed him what he meant to leave him alone. Greed didn't start the fight, Shadow did, thinking he's better than him. He just told him something. I'm greater than you, but I'm not trying to overpass your limits. I just want you to be my friend. So that's what Greed said to him. And Shadow said, my friend? You want to be my friend? Never. His rage and eyes looked at him, and Greed just put his head down with sadness, saying, is that what you really want? So he turned his back and walked away. But Shadow, on the other hand, got really mad and wanted his revenge. So, he didn't want to fight Shadow. Shadow just wanted the fight. He just fought him. And Greed just taught him a lesson to show him that he doesn't want to fight. Well, show him that he's not stronger than him. So he taught him a lesson to leave him alone. And ever since that moment, Shadow wants his revenge. Shadow wants his revenge. And it will be a very good show with Shadow and Baby Greed. Well, Shadow and Greed, the hedgehog, the older one. The young one, he can't do nothing. All he could do is watch him. Wherever he's at, Shadow is not far. He's simply hiding and watching him from afar. Wherever it's dark or grassy or tree, wherever he is, he could be on a mountain or any place that he can watch him. Wait for him to grow up so he can make his shot. So that's how it works. So now everybody knows what the meter is and what is the twin rings, and without the twin rings he cannot transform. Sonic cannot transform, but the twin rings did appear into the world because he was chosen, and Sonic as well. Well, they say Amy too. Amy called that shot. So there's 3 of them. So there's 2 of them. And now, where was I? I don't have to. Well, let's do this. I don't have the pictures of the planets, but I can make a new of Sonic's planet. Well, it's blue. We just make it this, and I'll talk about it. This blue planet Earth world. Whenever Baby Greed went whenever Baby Green went to the real time, you already know Knuckles got kicked out of the Mystic Ruins and said, he said, I hope you ever find a person that ever helps you again. Whoever protects you again, because that'll be the last time I see you. That's what Knuckles said to the Master Emerald. Because he kicked him out of Mystic Ruin and he betrayed. It's like a betrayment came to Knuckles. How did the Master Emerald do that with all of his strength? So anyway, Sonic took the baby and tried to return to Amy's house. Amy said, "Hey, Sonic." I said, "Oh yeah, here it goes." When Amy found the baby, and Amy said, "What, Sonic? Are you cheating on me? How dare you cheat on me with a baby? Where's you? I thought you loved me, and you cheated on me. How dare you, Sonic?" Amy, and Sonic said, "Amy." She kept on going, "Amy, I didn't cheat on you. And anyway, I would never cheat on you, and I will never be with you, even if it meant that I was with a baby. But this baby came from another galaxy, and I'm the one who's supposed to protect him." And Amy said, "A baby? You mean came from another world?" Knuckles said, "Last time I saw the baby, he was a human. Next thing you know it, he changed into a hedgehog. I'm mysterious how the Chaos Emeralds can work," what Tails said. But Amy said, "A baby? You mean this baby is from another world? Not only from another world, it has a power that can, I don't know. He has the power of new things. Sonic found out that, he saw the baby Chaos Emeralds go into his body. He doesn't know anything about it. All he knows that he was chosen. So Sonic took the baby and Amy said, "Let's go to my house." Well, Amy took the baby from Sonic. And, this is how it said. He said to Sonic, "You're not a good parent who can take good care of him." And they were fighting over the baby, and the baby started crying. Well, Greed was. He was only, I'd say he was 1 year old. Maybe 1.5, because, wait. See, no, it was 2. He was 2 years old. He lost an age number, because it was a ritual. It needed some energy and life. Young youth power. So it took that from him, and he became younger, and he turned into a hedgehog. So, but there were things you should know. There was more that the call told Sonic that could happen in the future. Sonic didn't know what she's gonna say to him, but Sonic took this strictly, but he kept that in his mind and kept it a secret. So Tikal told him what will happen and what is his power and how strong is he. Tikal told him what does he got in him, and it became clear to Sonic what will it be. Tikal told Sonic, "A dark future is coming. A very dark future. An evil is rising and coming to this world. They don't know. Tikal knows what's going to happen to our galaxy and planet. A monster called Zif will soon arrive to this planet, hiding in our world." Sonic said, "What kind of creature is this?" Tikal shook her head and said, "I don't know what it is, but it said it's already arrived on our world not far from my time. A simple slime from the other galaxy came to our world. searching for something, but failed from the sorceress. Sonic says, "Sorceress? What kind of sorceress is this?" "The sorceress in our time has finally failed and died. There's only two remains to keep him hold." The sorceress or remain is Matthew and Sunny. Matthew is on his last legs of dying. Sunny is not that far from dying yet, but the time is coming for him to rise to our planet and take it down. Tikal told Sonic, "It's all up to you, Sonic, to stop this thing. We can't find him. We even looked everywhere. No sign of him, so we can destroy him or find a way to kill him or do something with it. All we can do is wait for him to rise, for us to find out how we're gonna stop him. It is not our fault that he came to our world. It's just the time is coming for this time to come. The time is relicting around our time world. I have already seen the second future, what's going to happen. But I can't override our future." Sonic told Tikal, "What future is this?" Tikal shook her head and said, "I can't tell you that, Sonic. All I can do is pray that you will stop him. If I reflect my future to you, then the time will mess up. Even if I'm saying these words, it's not reflecting until I say it." Sonic took his head down and said, "Wow, this is really something for a baby who comes to my arms." "Don't worry, Sonic. It's not his fault for him coming here. We would have met him long time ago even if he wasn't born." "What?" Sonic said. "You mean we could have seen this thing and we could not stop it?" "No." Sonic took his eyes out and said, "What? You mean this thing could have destroyed us even if we didn't have a chance to stop him?" And Tikal said no, because he was the key, and time was trying to destroy his time, to destroy him, to remove him from the time. And if it wasn't possible for him not to be born, we would have all been. Sonic looked at Tikal and said, with his eyes wide open, and said, and Sonic said, "Don't say it." Tikal said, "Died." Sonic put his head down again and said, This can't happen. This is our future. You mean he's the end of time?" Tikal said to Sonic, "Yes. I was the one who went to the future to find him. That's why the last thing was missing. Why did he go to the Castle Ages? Maybe it had something to do with the Galaxy Heroes." Sonic already knew about the Galaxy Heroes because she told him. But hasn't told the full story that he's a legend. Kenshi will tell him. All she knows was she told him, "You're chosen to protect him." Excuse me. Sonic turned his head the other way and said, "It's so dark in here." Tikal said, "We're not on our world anymore. We're on some sort of place that my powers took me. Well, the Master Emerald took us." Tikal said to Sonic, "Please protect him with your life. If he's dead, we're all done for. It is not his fault or our fault for him coming here. It would have followed him throughout the galaxy and he would have found us anyway when he killed him." And Sonic said, "Ziff? What kind of creature is it? and he kept saying it, and Tikal said, I don't know, stop asking me that. And Sonic keeps telling her, I want to know what this creature is. And Tikal just disappeared. And Sonic said, Tikal, Tikal. And he looked at the baby and said, this baby looks like me. Well, not look like him, it's just he's a different color hedgehog. So that's where Sonic landed, falling from the stars and landing in the world. Ouch! Knuckles was underneath the rock. They got him out underneath the rock. Said, you're underneath me. Get me out of here. Amy took anger and tried to take the baby from Sonic. And Sonic went after Amy, trying to follow her back to... well, back to City Square. Now, we're getting back to our point. But other things, what about Gallius? Well, we already told you about the other girl. What about Gallius? Yes, let me tell you about Gallius, how he came to the world first and went through the right time. Well, the king had knew that the monster was on his way. Balyon, the Orc King. Don't know, I forgot their names, but it wouldn't matter. Balyon was the king and leader of the orcs. A child was next to him, smiling and enjoying the cookies that he always wanted. His father was very grateful that he saved his pictures from these bambling orc hedgehogs who tried to destroy them. The queen, Sarah, danced and played as they both danced beyond the wonderful palace, the vault, as he danced and laughed and had so much fun as the stars, shooting stars, fell from the skies. Gallius had a special thing that keeps everyone happy: courage. He had so much bravery, but that bravery came to an end. Such things, such passing, we know, it always happens when a child has to go. Well, I can tell you, the princess was the queen was so happy at Gallius because he saved her father's pictures. They started to vote and did everything. You know how priceless the pictures were? Over billions of dollars. 2 pictures in the room that was trying to be stolen from 2 goodie bags. Orc hedgehogs wanted to take it from the king and sell it for good profits, so they could be wealthy as the king. This is Gallius, a hedgehog, a very powerful orc with great power and strength that can hurt him millions of meters away. He is very, very powerful and strong, but why did he have this? Well, Cream was his best friend. That's why he kept her sticker on his diaper, because he was a very good. Well, he had a little love in him, in her. She always helped him, always got his troubles out of his way. He always had sad and cried, but Cream was there to be with him. And Shadow? Well, Shadow had a good sprite with him. All he wanted was his revenge on Greed. He had plans to take Greed down with him. He was thinking of putting... Pause. Sorry, I had to get some groceries. So yeah, Shadow had a good grief on giving a fight to, Baby Greed. It was his plan. But that was a real long few years before more. Before he knew this was coming. They did both go at each other as a baby fight. Shadow was simply watching, saying he was cheering on for him to beat him up so he could teach Baby Greed a lesson that he's greater than him. They have it. Baby Greed was simply crying and said, "Stop this, Shadow and everything." Sadness that he didn't know what was going on. But that was not okay. So the king and queen had a sad moment that the time was coming. They had to plan it quickly because the old Amy told them there is a monster coming to your world and they're going to destroy this world. There is still a chance to save your son if you get him off this world right now. At this time, it could be tomorrow or after tomorrow, but he needs to get off this world in 3 weeks. If it passes over 3 weeks, there will be no way he can survive this war against the monster. It was their only chance to save their son. So, what did they do? They took him to they started a ceremony to say this son was chosen to go to a new world and galaxy. Everyone was crying and saying, "Why can't we go?" Because the time essence will never make it for us. There's only one ship and one pod to take him out. That the king of the other side of Jeff Road gave to us. One pod was chosen to take him. That pod was time. Travel through time to Sonic's world. It was only one pod. The other pods were only for one time period. The Castle Ages. The other pods were simply can make it through the other time in Sonic's world, but one of them wasn't strong enough. They were meant for a different course. The other one was meant to go through another time with them. With Baby Greed. The other pods was going to travel through time to Earth world, but they were only meant to go faster through time than him. There was no managing point that they will make it, but maybe 1 or 2 would make it. That'll be maybe 1. No, well, the other one died. He was the power to bring monsters to the world. That's how he learned their abilities. All the children's that he took, he learned from them. Their abilities was inside of them. They were absorbed and learned from the children. He used their energies to take the world down. So, there was only one energy child that had a power of healing. That was, and one only child that had the healing powers, and she could still use them. Would you imagine? One child has the power of healing that made it to the Earth world with Baby Greed. She's a loving hedgehog that brings, and she loves to sing. She loves to sing every single Sonic music and world musics like Sonic R. Her. Just back, fast forward and show you. Well, go back to the pictures. I'll show you. You can't see her completely. Her. Yes. This delicate hedgehog girl, mutant. Why is she a bunny? She is a balloon type, like maybe Jigglypuff. But yeah, she's a balloon type, but not like Jigglypuff. She's not a copy of that. I drew her as a fat hedgehog. She's supposed to be like big fat stomach. Yeah, she's a balloon type. She's a balloon. And her stomach can really bounce and jiggle. She is a hedgehog. and bunny type. They're both she is a mutant bunny hedgehog. She is a mixed breed animal. No one's ever seen a creature like this. This is a mutant, and she's only 1 year old and a half, almost 2, not that far for her birthday. She also made it to the world, but she became a human. Well, she grew up as a human, and Eggman used a plan to get Greed. Well, Baby Greed was a bunny because he turned him into a bunny. It will come to clear sooner or later. I'll tell you about that soon. But Sonic changed him back to his original self and got a punishment. So anyway, about Gallius. This will fix everything. So once you hear about this, there will be no more worries and no more I don't understand this story. Once it's complete, you will have no desire of worrying. You will have his whole entire focus on him, and you'll want to say, I love Baby Greed. And I hope you do. You'll love everything I said, because this is all what I'm telling you how the story meant. Now, some of the parts that I cut out, I'm trying to do a fast one. Only the. Sorry if you couldn't hear me. I'm only doing the full detail. Excuse me. I'm only doing the full detail in every part. If you heard about the other part that really happened, some of the parts were missing from it. But I only did a you know what they call fast half points. Well, this whole entire story can be put together. This whole entire story can be made as how it happened, how he got hurt and everything. This is just telling you what happened, and you can put these together. And once they're put together, there is no more worries. We will all know now that he's another friend that will be with Sonic forever, all eternity. He could be our next one, a loving and sweet, that has a good and joyful heart, Baby Greed the Hedgehog, that cares for everyone. And he does. He loves everything. He loves to play too. He loves so much, and he just can't. He smiles probably like Pikachu. Pichu. Probably got the glinting eyes like that. It's probably he's got his mode like him when he's having so much fun. You don't believe that? Yep, he's got the mode as him, but not in some places like that. Some places he's not that happy. You could tell. Like when that sign came out, his eyes went down because, oh man, I thought I got rid of it. And how'd he come back? Oh well, that's Sega for you. So anyway, he might look kind of creepy, like something's gonna happen to him, because it could. He just has a great smile, and that's his. He just loves to smile. Just can't stop smiling every time he's with Sonic. He just smiles and glints with his eyes. So anyway, about Gallius. We can go from here. Gallius was wondering what's going on and everything, and his father had his eyes at his son and said, "Son, you did so much for me. You have saved my pictures. You had given me everything, and you never stopped worrying about me. We had those wonderful times every time I sit with you, and we had that wonderful snow out. Don't you just remember it? And that glinting, it's just too much to bear. Son, I want you to be safe. I want someone to take good care of you on the other side. I hope he will call you his father or son. His father turned away from him and walked away, and he didn't turn away, he just stand there, and his daughter, wife, the queen, told her her final words before she said goodbye too. She said, "Son, remember those times at the ball that we have danced together? If it wasn't for you saving my husband's pictures, we would have never had this dream. And I think this dream is coming to an end." Her tears came from her eyes, just like a sadness of Maria. It's like shadow saying goodbye. Sarah had the same thing. It was Sarah, whatever her name was, had the same passion, same eyes down and everything, saying goodbye. And she said, "I want you to remember all those cookies that we had together. It was one of the best. I have saved this for you. Maybe you can take it with you so you can keep memories of it about me. Here, take it. I know you're not hungry now, but when you go to the other side, you probably remember me again. I hope you never lose hope of us, and never leave our pride. You are a true Orc Hedgehog prince. You will become a great prince throughout the other side and rule it. Will you always be grateful that you have saved our family? We all loved you, and I hope the bakery Cherry will always bring you some more cookies. She has always been there to say, you love my cookies. May you love them forever." So she turned away and cried, and had her hands on her face, and covered her eyes with bunches of tears. And her husband just put his hands around her as they walked away from him. And Gallius said, "Father, Mom, where are you going? Don't leave me! No!" He cried, trying to put his hands in front, trying to reach him, trying to catch up to them. And the soldier said, "That's far enough, child." And he kept on screaming to his father, "Don't leave me! Don't leave me here!" So come back, and everything. The king and queen just continued to walk, and the king had his eyes closed down, and the queen just cried and covered her face as they both walked away from the castle and waited for their death as well. The soldiers took the baby and said, "We got the child, let's go." They rushed towards the ship, the pod, and said, "What are you doing? Put me down." "I order you, put me down." I'm sorry, you have no orders against me. You might be a prince, but you have no orders to tell me what to do. I have orders from the king to put you away. Get in there. Ah! Hey, that is not what you do to a prince. It's the only way, child. I hope you be safe on the other side. It was not meant for you to go to that world. It was meant for me. But it's king's orders to go. So he pressed the button and said, "You can't do this to me. Stop it. Don't. Yeah." Activating ship. The machine said, "Activating ship. Prepare for launch. 5, 4. Don't leave me here. 3, 2, 1. I want my daddy and mommy." And he flew all the way to the skies, and the kings and them said, "Farewell, child, prince of the Orc tribe. May the other side protect you on your way new home. We pray that you will find a new friend or a new father and mother. Whoever is out there will take you in." So he kept on. So he was traveling through time and space, the baby Gallia said, "What the? That planet's getting so small." Ah! And the machine will say, "Coordinate this location coordinates, planet Earth." And baby Gallius looked at the machine and said, "Planet Earth? Machine, take me home now. I don't like you." Yes. Well, he said, "Machine, take me home. I want to go home." And the machine, access denied. And the Gallius said, "Machine, I said I want to go home. Take me home." Access denied. Strapping baby. Ah! Let me down. Let go of me. Ah! Oh. And Gallia said, Gallius was strapped to her high chair. Ah! I am not tired. Baby seems to be cranky. Well, the baby seems to be cranky. The chair just flipped. Baby needs his pacifier. Put the child to sleep. Well, no, I don't want that. I don't want no pacifier. Put me down. Baby seems to be cranky. Activating sleep mode. I want to go to sleep. So the baby fell asleep in the machine. Inside the high chair, he was asleep. A gas mask was placed on his mouth, and he fell deeply asleep. And he was changed once. The machine's child needs to be changed. He has left the present. Must be removed. Yeah, took it. The machine took it off and gave him a clean one. Coordinating to planet Earth. T-minus 30 minutes. So Gallius was heading towards planet Earth as Eggman was from the Avatos area. Found out there was no stopping Sonic. That's when he came. Eggman said, "What was that?" And the machine says, "The coordinates are machine." Well, the pod was placed there, and well, it was in the Mystic Ruins. It seems it was kicked back onto another location, Eggman's location, and fell where he was at. Guess who did that? Who knew that Metal Sonic had something in common with Gallius? Metal Sonic says, "Interesting. A powerful orc? Hedgehog? A letter. It says a cookie. Sounds interesting. Here, child. I don't want you to lose that, because you won't want to know what happened to it." So he put the cookie back in there and kept a piece of it to analyze it and found out where it came from. He found every single data from it and how he meant to come to this world. The cookie told all where he came from. How did he analyze it? Wherever machines are, they can analyze anything in a science or space area room. So Metasonic found out that he is a pride hedgehog that was supposed to be here, and it was supposed to be Knuckles finding. But Knuckles didn't find it. Oh, and about the Purple Chaos Emerald, they had the pieces too. They made them. Well, they were also had them on their world. But the senator was killed from that planet and they no longer work. But do they work on this world? We don't know. The senator was another pride protector that she was in a piece of the Master Emerald. It was called Galaxy Master Emerald. Another pride emerald that had a two-piece on each side. This piece had a slime line that had two of them the same. and the Orc King, has connected them both. They're becoming one, and placed it on Gallia's head as a nice gift to him for saving his pictures. That thing could be something special that could help Sonic and Baby Greed one day. It has a key, if you heard of it. We will never know its true powers, but maybe from me. So anyway, Metal Sonic just took the ball and drew it into the sky, where he located Eggman and dropped it in the ground, and that's where Eggman found it. Metal Sonic has booked and disappeared because he knew that he gave it to Eggman. The baby fell in Eggman's hands. Too late for Knuckles that he had a chance with him. Well, this was Knuckles' hedgehog, but now it belongs to Eggman's. Stealing something that doesn't belong to you. Falling in the wrong hands. Sorry, Knuckles, I think Eggman has taken it from you. You'll have to find a way to get him back. And find him to open up his heart to you. Who knows? Maybe one day Knuckles will have him. But yes, this was Knuckles. Knuckles, for 100% Knuckles Hedgehog son. But now it belongs to Eggman. So Eggman found the child, not Knuckles. Eggman had a comment and talking about where did he come from and how did he and he said, I came from up there. He doesn't remember where he came from because the machine has erased his memories. All he can remember some parts of the ball dancing. He doesn't remember his father or mother. He was brain cleaned out. The machine didn't want him to know where he came from because he will probably find a way to go back there. So the machine just erased every memory. Not knowing what he is, he doesn't even know where he came from. All he can know that he came from the stars. And Eggman just had so many questions. What does this mean up there? So Eggman took the child and called him his new son because he had brilliant plans to take on Sonic with him. Well, for the parts, there was a part that Eggman had to do a lot of stuff for him. They both had the same mind in each other as pals and friends. Eggman, on the other hand, had a problem with him. He was simply a dirty hedgehog that had no way to keep himself clean. All he did was play in the dirt and have so much fun with robots and get so much oil on his hands. And you don't know where these hands has been through. You don't want to touch them. That's why they're dark. With goo and oil. Whatever machine gets oil from, it comes from his hands. Like a working hedgehog. Sonic, you will want to touch those hands. It'll be your last moment. Ew, I don't know what that smell came from. You don't even know where he puts it at too. Where he puts all his cookies. Oh boy. Yeah, he stuffs them where he has to be, so he can eat them whenever he wants. So, Eggman found a cookie. When he pulled out the cookie out of his diaper, he remembered something from it, but he was not strong enough to bring back those memories. All he can remember that he had tears. The tears were coming from his eyes, saying, "There's something I remember, but I don't remember where you came from. I wish I can remember you, but you're so delicious." And Eggman said, "Where did you get that cookie? I have never seen such a cookie like this. It has a shape of a spaceship. And it says, 'We love you, son. prince. And Eggman just found out he's a prince. Something special in the air came for Eggman. A brilliant plan that he can take what he wants so much. The world for him. Eggman said, well, Gallia said, do you want this cookie? Do you like it? I said, no, you can eat it. It's okay. It's fine. He ate the cookie. Ugh, yuck. Ew. He's still disgusting. Yeah, he's so disgusting. Anyway, Eggman had a plan to take down Sonic. So much to tell you, so much time. How much minutes did I've been talking to you at? Oh, wow. 1 hour. We're only gonna go with 3 hours, my friend. We're gonna go only 1 GB. Talk. Okay. So, when Gallia, had a plan with Sonic, but noticing that he had to get him cleaned up, he didn't notice it. Said, so you like? He had a plan to get him into the machine to get him cleaned up. Well, Eggman said if you go into the machine, there could be lots of cookies and candy in there. So he was wondering. The machine said, "Oh, what's the matter, Eggman? It's just this child stinks. He must not been cleaned right. My machines will clean him just right." So the machine said, "If you go in there, I get you some candy." Well, the machine will give him candy if he goes in there. So he ran and said, "Candy and cookies? Oh boy, I'm going to get some." So he ran inside the machine and said, and the door just closed. "Hey, what the? Who turned off the lights?" Ah. And Eggman was at the screen and said, "Well, baby, it seems you are dirty, and I lied. There is no candy. You tricked me." Well, a brilliant man needs to have his child clean, so I'm going to do that. Hey, let me out of here. So the machine grabbed baby Gallia and placed him inside a machine where he was going to get a bath. So the thing, he kept on moving, saying, "Hey, man, you can't do this to me." And then the machine grabbed his diapers. My diapers! Diaper snatcher, get those back. Hey, diaper snatcher. Yep, we lost him, and then the machine just pushed him down into the water pool. Well, then he got a good cleaned up bath. The water, you know how machines work. He got a good shower and everything. And he was getting spin and overdrive. Next thing you know, he was dizzy and tired. Oh, what a crazy ride. Next thing you know it, the machine said, "Well, he's nice and clean. Good, let him out." And the machine said, "What, Eggman? He is not completely fully clean. He can't run around without his diaper. Then get him a new one, with Eggman style. Yes, sir. There'll be a nice stamp on his back and front. Stamp it right, Dr. Eggman's ultimate child, son Gallius. And put a heart up front that it means it's my child. Of a symbol of this next to me." The robot said, "Very well." So the machine took him to the powdering room. Grabbed him again. Hey man, you can't keep doing this to me. He fell right into the hole. Ow. The machine grabbed him and strapped him into a seat, some sort of place panel or table. The machine the thing just kept on rolling down, and they powdered him and
wiped him, and then placed on a diaper, and he was all cleaned up and ready. The machine just dropped him out of the machine, and he fell on the floor. Oh. And Eggman said, "Finally, you're all cleaned up. Nice and clean, and I want you to stay that way." And said Eggman, and the Galley said, "What kind of machine is that? Are you crazy? I have never had a crazy ride like that. What are you doing? That is some sort of machine that can go crazy on backwards on me." "Well, you don't like the machine?" "Well, I'm all cleaned up and everything." "I was already clean." "No." "Don't worry, Gallius. You'll be just fine. Anyway, do you want cookies? I found out that you love cookies, do you?" "I do, sure do." "Come with me, Gallius. If you want more cookies from me, I suggest you stay clean and keep my ship clean and don't do anything stupid." And Gallius said agreed with him. So they both became pals, and he had a new son called Eggman. But not that far from Sonic, in the future, Sonic came around, knocked the machine, opened up the door and found out there was a baby inside this world, inside the ship. Sonic was looking for Eggman because he was planning to take over the city again. With a special tool. That. And Sonic found the baby and said, "Whoa! So what are you doing on this ship, kid?" And the Galley said, "This is my home." "You mean you live on the ship? You mean this is the challenge that will stop me?" And he said, "What do you mean by that?" "You're Eggman's son, right?" Yeah. Oh. So that means you are part of this plan." Sonic had a maybe face on Baby Grid, and he was not happy. And Gallius didn't know what was going on. He was simply playing with his toys in there, and Sonic just knocked him out of his way. And Gallius just said, "What did you do that for? That was my toys." "Your toys? What? You stole them from the place. How, you thief?" "Thief?" And Gallius saying, "What do you mean by that? I didn't steal them." "You did?" So Sonic went at it, and they both fought. Gallius just punched him out through the wall. And he went through the other side of the ship. Sonic had a really bad beating on the other side. Well, Sonic made the first punch on him, and then he got really mad and punched Sonic so badly. He went baby fighting. Sonic just kicked him out of the top roof, and he went in front of Eggman. "There is a nasty blue hedgehog trying to hurt me." And said, "Gallius, what do you mean, Sonic?" "Well, Eggman, it seems I found you again. Looking for another way to take over the world is not going to happen, son. I got something will stop you, an ultimate mega life form." "What? You mean that is an ultimate mega life form? That's impossible. I have said he's an ultimate life form." "I thought you said he was a mega life form." "No, he isn't. I mean ultimate life form." "Eggman, you don't remember anything this much anymore." "I do, and I'm gonna take over the world with him." "Well, Eggman, since he's gonna take over the world with you, you're gonna face me first, and I will take both of you down." So Sonic did take them both down. Eggman and Gallius went falling down out of the ship, and Gallius says, "If I destroy all my toys." And Eggman said, "I will buy you some new toys." "You will?" "Of course I will. I'll go to the store and pick some more toys up for you." "Oh boy!" But we still have a problem. We're both falling They both fell into the wall. And Takal said, "That's too bad for those two. They will never learn." So That's how Eggman and them became good pals and started their new plots to take over the world. There you have it, people. Eggman and Galious teaming up to plan out some new plans to take over the world. So you don't have to worry about these two anymore. They're both after taking over the world. And this clears up their path of the story. Their path will soon join with Sonic as they both find the way. So you know, these two are perfectly good companions to taking over the world. And they both have teamed up to work together to take over and make Robotnik Land. Now, where was I? Since that's over with,
let's move. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he's still around, or maybe he's just hiding himself. Anyway. It's a long story, but I'm trying to make it short and fast. As Sonic and Baby Greed has become one and friends, they had a problem that Baby Greed they went to Amy's house, and Baby Greed was in the playpen, not happy at all. Amy put Baby Greed in the playpen, and he wasn't happy. He simply bit on the plywood and said, "I hate this crib." He couldn't talk that much at age 2 because he was different. Something happened to his voice. He couldn't speak that good. Baby talks still. Yeah. Sonic ran to the house and is trying to find a way to get Baby Greed outside. That's when something came to Amy's house, searching for the chosen one. Yep, you know who came to Amy's house. Hang on, people. Let me go to it. It's time to know where this happened. Well, who came to the house was none and only than Ashley. Ashley had something to say to Sonic. Ashley told Sonic that your future is not meant to be in this time, but meant to be in this time. Not meant to be in this time because something has messed up his time as well. Something dark was going to happen to his time if he didn't know how to find out how to fix everything and take care of him the right way. Ashley told Sonic about his bad future if he ever faced Ziff. What will happen to him is simply another thing. He's gonna find his world a devastation world that Ashley told him in front of everyone. Ashley told Sonic that what's going to happen to you if you faced him alone without Baby Greed the Hedgehog. Without Greed the Hedgehog. This will happen to him in his devastation world. A vision of a dark city that's being taken over. Sonic agreed with well, Sonic and Sonic and Ziff were facing down. Sonic was Super Sonic. Well, Hyper. Yes, here it comes. Ziff was there, saying, Sonic, there is plenty of a chance for you to live in this world and a dark future. Join me, and I promise you, I will not hurt you. You can live a peaceful life of a dark world like this. Follow me, and I promise you, your death won't come. If you disagree on this, there will be no turning back. Sonic turned his head and said, no, I will not surrender and follow you. Never. So Sonic and Ziff said, you're taking a bad road, Sonic. There could be a future for you beyond my gates of darkness, evil. Follow me. I give you this final word and final chance. Follow me. Sonic said no. So Sonic went after Ziff, and they both, you are such a stupid blue hedgehog. Fight and die. So they both fought out each other. It took hours as they both came against. The world was coming to an end. It was all up to Sonic. But will the darkness continue to fall? The darkness continued to burn, and the city continued to rebel. Without Baby Creed the Hedgehog, there was no chance for the city to fall into burning fires, and darkness followed and covered the skies. Sonic tried to fight him off, tried to destroy him, but he was not strong enough to take him down. Ziff grabbed him and crushed his face and drew him back. Sonic was getting tired. It was like the Chaos Emeralds was beginning to fall apart. The Chaos Emeralds couldn't take it anymore. It was starting to crack. And Sonic's body was starting to crack. And Ziff was looking at him. Your powers can't hold you for long. They will soon die. Ziff grabbed Sonic again. And drew him directly into the building. Ziff came over and just hit the building, looking for Sonic. Sonic was like on the floor, getting tired and weak, and said, Ziff, I won't give up. And Ziff said, you will give up. The world's mine. Face it, Sonic. You should have surrendered to me. Now there's no point in me destroying you. There's no point in me just giving you a chance. Ziff grabbed him and drew him across to another building. Oh. Sonic had his eyes blinking. Why did this have to happen? He kept getting up, trying to shake off the beatings. The Chaos Emeralds was getting even worse. They were starting to turn into many pieces as the colors began to slow down. Oh no, that doesn't seem good. The Chaos Emeralds are starting to fall apart. His eyes beginning to break and die. He's coming for him. Ziff started to laugh. Sonic, prepare to die. There is no future for you, Blue Hedgehog. Your friends are gone. It's all that's left is you, and your precious Amy has become one of me. Eric appeared and looked at Sonic. Sonic, join us. It's a beautiful world in a dark place like this. I feel so good. So Amy, no! What have you done to her? What I done is what you done, Sonic. Prepare to die. Grabbed Sonic again and threw him across another building. His Chaos Emeralds continued to fall apart. Even worser, it was almost time for them to be destroyed. They fell apart and broke. Sonic changed back to his blue color. The Chaos Emeralds became nothing but many pieces of different colors blinking. And he tried to pick them up and put them back together, but they simply just turned to sand with his hands on his hands. And he turned to Ziff. Well, Sonic, Blue Hedgehog, it's time to die. Sonic tried to fight him still, and he just smacked him with his hand. And Sonic just hit the building without the powers. Ugh, that really hurt. Sonic said, can't give up. Must stop this crazy monster. Ziff told Sonic, well, Sonic, it seems you're weak. Ziff grabbed Sonic. And he put it next to his eyes, as his eyes was completely red of fear. And looked at him and said, well, Sonic, it seems you didn't give up. You kept fighting me, but your powers are no match for me, you weak Blue Hedgehog. And he crushed he tried to squeeze it. Sonic was screaming. With his hands like an ape's crushing a bone. You have and the monster said, do you have anything else to say to your precious Amy? Sonic, you should have listened. I guess you didn't listen so easily. Do you want him? No, let him die in your hands. Very well. Ziff said to Sonic, any last words before you die? Sonic said, I won't stop until this... please. He couldn't say a word. All he can say, c'est la vie. Death, I will soon join you. The monster said his final words to him. You know this world is completely mine without the hero called Baby Greed. Did you know that he was supposed to be your chance to stopping me? He's not even here. He's in my stomach. Swallowing an egg like an eggshell. Sonic had his eyes open and said, no. Yes. And he said, farewell, Blue Hedgehog, and crushed his bone. He dropped the Blue Hedgehog, and he fell to the floor with his eyes open and died. Sonic's future was no more but a darkness thing that he will never forget of his last life, seeing the day of a city become a darkness hellhole like this. All was left was Ziff to rule it all, of flames and fire and darkness. Fill the sky. To everyone that listened, they will continue, where he became a ritual. But Baby Greed from here, this is the other part, remember, Baby Greed could be something of a new hope to Sonic the Hedgehog. Baby Greed is something special that can give Sonic an even incredible power. An ultimate, mega, supersonic. The world mine, as Sif said to Sonic, and it rained poison beyond his face. Till next time, everyone. The next part, where Baby Greed ends up in a nightmare of Zif. His father, Codis, died in the castle. He couldn't control it, but feeling the heat burning his stomach as the purple Chaos Emeralds fill him with fear or something to show his fear that there's nothing to be afraid of. I don't know what it was doing. It was just controlling him. Till next time. See you later.